This ritual works because it trains the mind from every angle. It does not rely on willpower alone. It builds structure, habit, and awareness simultaneously. Morning trains your thoughts. You begin the day calm, focused, and prepared for any challenge. Daytime trains your actions. Through deliberate discomfort, you learn to endure pressure, fear, and uncertainty. Night trains your awareness. Journaling your fears and victories rewires how your mind processes experience, turning reflection into control. Do this consistently for 30 days, and you will notice something profound. Stress feels lighter. Fear feels smaller. Discipline feels natural. Motivation will no longer control you. You will move automatically. Your mind will operate like a trained system, calm, resilient, and unbreakable. This is why the ritual works. It does not depend on feelings. It depends on structure, repetition, and awareness. And that is the foundation of an unshakable mind.
At night, after the day is done, it's time to reflect. This is where awareness is built. This is where the mind learns from action, not just theory. Take a journal or a notebook. Write 3 things. What challenged me today? How did I respond? What did I do right? Be honest. Do not lie to yourself. Do not judge yourself. Simply observe. This act of reflection is powerful. It trains your mind to notice patterns, recognize weaknesses, and celebrate victories. It makes your growth visible. Weak minds avoid reflection. They distract themselves. They drown in noise, excuses, or regret. Strong minds demand it. They carve space for understanding, clarity, and control. Over time, nightly journaling rewires your mind. You stop reacting impulsively. You gain insight into your habits, your fears, and your responses. You learn what triggers doubt or fear, and you learn how to meet challenges with calm, deliberate action. Journaling is not about writing a story. It is about training your awareness, because awareness is control, and control is strength. Complete this step every night. Observe yourself, learn from yourself, and build a mind that cannot be shaken.
Comfort makes the mind fragile. Discomfort makes it strong. Every day, you must intentionally choose one uncomfortable action, not to punish yourself, but to build mental toughness. It can be simple or small: a cold shower, waking up early, training when your body is tired, speaking up when you are afraid. Or it can be harder: starting a difficult conversation, facing a personal fear, pushing beyond a physical or mental limit. The point is not suffering. The point is tolerance. Every time you face discomfort and continue anyway, your mind learns a crucial truth. I can endure. I am stronger than my fear. I control my reactions, not my circumstances. This is the core of resilience. This is the invisible strength that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. It will challenge you. You may want to quit, and that's exactly why you must persist. Over time, discomfort becomes familiar. Pressure becomes manageable. Challenges become opportunities, and the mind becomes unbreakable. If you practice this consistently every day, you will no longer fear difficulty. Instead, you will seek it, knowing it builds strength, character, and mastery.
Every morning, before the world touches you, you touch your mind. Most people wake up and immediately react. They check their phone. They absorb noise, stress, and other people's problems. This ritual begins by doing the opposite. Sit quietly for 10 minutes. No phone, no music, no distraction. Sit upright. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly and deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth. As you breathe, bring your attention inward. Now visualize pressure, challenges, difficult moments you may face today. But instead of resisting them, visualize yourself remaining calm. See yourself steady, focused, unmoved by chaos. This is not imagination for motivation. This is nervous system training. You are teaching your mind one clear message: I am not threatened by difficulty. When practiced daily, calm stops being a reaction. It becomes your default state. And a calm mind under pressure is the foundation of an unbreakable mind.
This ritual is not complicated, but it is not easy either. It is simple by design, because complexity creates excuses. This daily ritual has 3 parts, and together they train the mind from every angle. The first part happens in the morning. This is mental conditioning. Before the world demands your attention, you train calm, focus, and control. You are not reacting, you are preparing. The second part happens during the day. This is deliberate discomfort. Every day, you intentionally choose one uncomfortable action, not to punish yourself, but to build resilience. Discomfort teaches the mind a critical lesson. I can endure pressure without breaking. The third part happens at night. This is reflection and journaling. You review the day honestly, your fears, your reactions, your victories, not with emotion, not with judgment, but with awareness. Morning trains your thoughts. Day trains your actions. Night trains your awareness. When these 3 work together, your mind becomes structured, stable, and strong. Done daily, this ritual rewires how you respond to stress, fear, and difficulty. This is not motivation. This is training. And training is what builds an unbreakable mind.
Motivation is emotional, and emotions are unstable. Some days you wake up feeling powerful. Some days you wake up tired, distracted, unmotivated. But life does not pause because your energy is low. Responsibility does not wait for your mood to improve. This is where most people fail. They build their life on motivation. When they feel inspired, they act. When they don't, they stop. That cycle creates inconsistency, and inconsistency creates weakness. Disciplined people think differently. They don't ask, do I feel like doing this today? They ask one question: what must be done regardless of how I feel? Because discipline is not emotional. It is structural. This daily ritual removes emotion from the equation. It creates a system that runs even on bad days. And when your actions no longer depend on motivation, your mind becomes stable, calm, and resilient. That is the foundation of an unbreakable mind.
Strong minds are not born, they are trained. Every disciplined individual, every warrior, every mentally resilient person lives by a ritual. Not because they feel inspired, not because they are motivated, but because it is their duty. This daily ritual has been practiced in different forms for centuries, by samurai, by Stoic philosophers, and by those who mastered control over their own mind. Today, I will break it down into something simple, something practical, something you can apply starting today. It takes less than 30 minutes a day, but if practiced consistently, it will change the way you think,
act and respond to pressure. This is how an unbreakable mind is built.
Most people wait for motivation before they change their life, and that is exactly why they never change. Motivation is unreliable. It disappears when things get hard. It fades when life applies pressure. But discipline does not depend on how you feel. Discipline moves even when the mind resists. Today, I will show you a daily ritual that builds an unbreakable mind. No motivation, no hype, no temporary energy. If you practice this ritual every day, your mind will stay calm under pressure, focused in chaos, and strong when life tests you. This is not inspiration. This is training. And once your mind is trained, nothing can break it.